Shalom and greetings from Jerusalem. Jane coming to you here from my professional TV studio in Jerusalem with all the lights and the teleprompter and the assistants and the big TV studio and people out in the control room making everything look all nice. The way that I've been broadcasting and working for more than 10 years here in Israel. Maybe not so much. Hey, this is Jerusalem Jane. Welcome to my small apartment in Jerusalem, which has been my TV studio and my workplace for more than 10 years. What a privilege. What an honor. That's all it takes. Me, up close and personal, reaching from my heart to your hearts around the world, speaking to all of you through my phone. I didn't schedule to do this video, but I have gotten several questions saying, Jane, where are you? And we so much miss your video updates where you share news and views out of Jerusalem. So after coming out of the shower today and putting some food in my oven, it's still hot. Wearing shorts and t-shirt here in the Holy Land. It might be September, but it's still hot. My phone is blowing up, and the Israeli Defense Forces is now announcing that they have identified another ballistic missiles fired from Yemen. The vile Houthis in Yemen are once again trying to murder Israeli babies and Holocaust survivors. And when you get that notification, you know you only have a few minutes to find shelter. Now imagine being an elderly, a Holocaust survivor, walking with a cane on the third or fourth floor. There's no way for you to get down to the bomb shelter in the basement. Or a mother who's home alone because her husband is a soldier and he's out defending the Jewish homeland, so she's home alone with 3, 4, 5 kids grabbing the toddlers and have to run for shelter, or she's on the way to hand with her children to bring them to daycare or to school. The children here in Israel went back to school 2 days ago. So the red alert was blasting in the center of Israel. We did not have the siren here in Jerusalem, but I was standing on my balcony and I could hear the very, very loud booms from the interceptions, and the Israeli military struck down or shot down once again a ballistic missile coming from Yemen. Within the last few days, they have tried to fire more missiles into Israel, but they fell short before entering Israeli airspace. They did also fire drones towards Israel. This is coming not just because of what we did, because they have been firing at us now for 2 years straight, but the Israeli military went in and they took out nearly the entire Houthi terrorist regime, the prime minister and a numerous of ministers. They had a mass funeral. I think it was 12 coffins. Israel went in and did what Israel had to do towards a terror regime who has been attacking us for 2 years. So Israel really cut the head of the snake in Yemen, but they have promised retaliation, and we are prepared for that. So that's what happened literally about 40 minutes ago. Red alert, ballistic missile attack here from Israel. And like I said, I had just put food in my oven and, getting dressed from the shower. So continue to pray for Israel for such a time as this. This year is coming to an end. In a couple of years, it's Rosh Hashanah, and we are entering a new Hebrew year. So this is a time of reflections for people here in Israel before we enter Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, and then Sukkot. And it's also a special time of year for me because it's the year where I have to do all the paperwork and gather all the paper so I can hand in a visa application to see if the Israeli government is going to allow me to stay in Israel. So maybe you're thinking, what are you talking about? I thought you were Jewish or Israeli, or Israel is your country. Are you not just here? No, let me show you something. This is my passport. This is a Danish passport. I'm a Danish citizen. I'm the Gentile Danish woman from a small town city in Denmark who stepped out in faith, came here all alone 12 years ago, and with one suitcase, and started finding out what in the world is happening here in Israel that you never hear about in mainstream media. And I started broadcasting about that. So this passport, a passport is valid for 10 years. This passport I actually got after I had arrived here. And if you look through this passport, you will see how many times in the past 10 years I have left Israel. How many times do you think I have left this country in 10 years? I have left Israel twice in 10 years. This proves it. And the last time was 8 years ago. So no, I'm not Jewish. No, I'm not even Israeli. This is not officially my country, but like a good friend of mine, Ali, was saying in a live broadcast we did together before he was brutally murdered in a terror attack. He said about me, she might not officially be part of the tribe, not being born Jewish, but her heart and soul for Israel and the Jewish people are tremendously large. So in order for me to hand in a visa application this year, I had to get rid of this and to get this. So I just picked up now a new Danish passport, which by the way is beautiful. So for those asking, did you get Israeli papers? No, I'm not. I am renewing a journalist visa every single year, doing the work, gathering the paperwork, which I'm in the process of doing now. And I just picked up a new Danish passport. So soon I am gonna go and hand in this visa application, and then we'll see if the Israeli government is gonna approve that and let Jerusalem Jane get another year in the Holy Land. So it's a very busy time for me. It's a challenging time. And every year when we come to this point, I'm praying and I'm saying, God, is it one more year in Israel for Jerusalem Jane? It's not about what I feel or what I think or what other people are feeling, but it's about, Lord, what path do you have for me for the next year? Lord, what do you want me to do for the next year? Because I know without any question that He took me out of Denmark and He brought me here. And like I said, when I came here, I didn't know why, but I started writing, I started blogging, I started making videos, and that's what I've been doing for 10 years. It's very, very important through life and through all of this, don't compare yourself to anyone else. Be you, be who God has created you to do. Be and do, because nobody has your DNA and your fingerprints. And there was a lot more I could have done here in Israel, but I've been faithful to what I felt God told me to do, and that was to share the truth and news and views out of Israel. And for that, it has been an honor and a privilege, but also very, very difficult and hard at times. I've never thought I would cry so many tears or be so heartbroken that I have been here in Israel, because pretty quickly I came to realize that my job is going to be to share about all the terrorism and the terror attack and the Jewish children and mothers and grandmothers who's brutally murdered for no other reason than just being Jewish. So I have tried to be faithful to what I felt God has called me to do. And every year I'm praying and saying, God, is it one more year in Israel that I have actually come to love and call my home, standing united with the Jewish nation. So that's why I have been a little bit quiet, because I'm in this process. And I believe there is so much more for me to do. There's so much more to report about. Now imagine if the failing mainstream media would really have shared about what truly happened in Gaza, what has happened in Israel for all of these years, where I have been here making thousands and thousands of video updates, live videos on my Facebook page. And that's why people are telling me, we follow you, because what you share, your boots on the ground, and you live it. You don't travel in and out and leave when things get tough. And as I said, now my passport shows you I didn't leave. And I haven't left for 8 years or had a break or vacation in 8 years, because I love this nation. I love this people. I'm intertwined with the Jewish people and the Jewish nation. And I would love to continue, but I'm also praying and seeking the Lord and saying, after 12 years like this, just me standing speaking to a phone, there's so much more I would like to do and get more out there and report from the country. So I'm seeking the Lord how to move forward. If you, Israel, and the Israeli government is going to approve my visa application, which God willingly I will submit sometime next week. So I am hopeful that they will. And I also want to say through all of this that, as you know, I have made thousands of video and live updates. I have been interviewed to media outlets. Media outlets have written articles about me. I have been writing articles for Jerusalem Post and Breaking Israel, Israel 365, that's the name now. And I have never received a cent or dollar or a shekel for any of it. I have worked completely on a volunteer basis, not having a salary this entire time, but simply being funded by people who says, Jane, we have been following you. We know who you are. We know where your heart is at. You have proven this again and again in the thousands of videos you have made, the articles you have written, the people you have interviewed. That's a bus honking outside my house. And saying, Jane, we want to support you. We know you don't have a salary. How can we get behind you? And the money that has been donated to me is simply just to pay rent, utilities, transportation, food, and all of this, so I can be here. One person, not driving, no car, no big vacations or anything, but simply to just be here and speak to all of you. But moving forward, my computer is dying, this phone is old. I need to do some equipment upgrade, and I'm in a process also finding out, am I staying in this apartment because they want to sell at some point, or do I have to leave December 31st? So I'm dealing with all of these practical issues. There's a lot on my plate, but I want to take this opportunity because people are saying, we haven't seen you for a while and we so much miss your news update. We are relying on you being gully boots on the ground. So there you have it, another ballistic missile attack. Israeli Defense Forces have called up 60,000 new troops, or not new, they're reserves. They're leaving their wives, their husbands, their children back home, and then they have to go out and defend Israel against these modern day Nazis in Gaza, who has promised to wipe the Jewish people off the face of the earth. So there's going to be a lot more to report about. It's going to be very, very hectic again. It always is. And I would like to continue, but I need better equipment moving forward. And I've been doing everything by myself also, the sleeping, the cooking, and the hauling home, and all of that. I'm gonna need some help moving forward. So like I said, in these weeks leading up to the beginning of the new year, I'm really seeking the Lord and say how to move forward. And for those asking again, Jane, what are your donation platform? How can I bless Israel through you continuing to be there and speak out of Israel? When I share this video, I will share my donation platforms with all of you. So God bless you so much. United, we are standing with Israel. Bring back our hostages. Pray for our soldiers, the men and women in uniform who's going to go out now and defend the Jewish homelands against these savages in Gaza who has promised to continue what they did on October 7. Israel doesn't have a choice. And like I said, we are still at it with the Houthis in Yemen, Hezbollah. Israel is at war on numerous fronts. And I would like to continue to be your girly boots on the ground, sharing news, views, and facts out of Israel like I have been doing for so many years. And then for all of you who says, we know your heart, you have proven again and again who you are and what you're standing for, and we want to get behind you, because without you, I can't do what I'm doing. Without your love, your encouragement, your prayers, and financial support, I wouldn't even be here today. God bless you. United, we stand with Israel. Bye.